Hi everyone, I'm Rob and welcome back to the Bayern 2 RTG career mode. This is the 10th episode. We are finally into double digits of the number of episodes that we've done of this series so far. We are in season 5, of course, and this is going to be the second half of that season. Of course, if you guys enjoy, please like, subscribe, whatever, I don't care. Let's just get into the video. Oh shit! Oh, Jesus. These are like the season stats for our team so far this season, for whoever cared. Let's just take a minute to admire this bang average side. I'm chatting horse dung, that team's sick. You know, I can't be asked to bring anyone in, if I'm honest, so let's just crack on with season 5. Bloody hell, Rob, grow up, will ya? Shut up, get on with the video. I wish I could shut my own trap sometimes. I listen back to my own recordings to make these videos and I think, what an absolute knob. Anyway, Frankfurt away from home will kick off this episode's gameplay, and it's Ansu Fati chipping the keeper for 1-0. 1-1 straight after because we suck at defending. Well, I suck at defending. Then Bailey gets brought down. Stupid from Sane, the centre-back, and you know who's taking it, Alphonso Davies, and he tucks it away with that trusty left peg. So that made it 2-1, and then we had a really good chance here with Mount. Lovely bit of skill from Paqueta, but we unfortunately couldn't take the chance. And then ready for one of the best tackles of the season, Kouassi. If he didn't get that right, we would have conceded a penalty. He might have even gotten sent off. And then we hit them on the counter-attack. Mount has a few options. He goes left to Leon Bailey, who you know is going to absolutely burn the defence for pace. He gets the ball in, and it's just about headed away. But not to worry, a few minutes later, Von Moos comes on, picks up an assist. Leon Bailey manages to tuck it away, and we get the 3-1 win away from home. Biggest away day of the season this, the Allianz Arena against Bayern, the big derby game. And here we have the first chance of the game. Agu came in for a suspended Davies. Fruchtel took the armband. And then Mount cracks that into the top corner. 1-0 to Bayern 2. I'm an absolute clown. I'm an idiot, that's what I am. Jan Feerdarp gets sent off. It's my fault. It was pretty end-to-end after that. Bayern had a few chances. We had a couple of our own with Mason Mount troubling Neto, who had a fantastic game in between sticks. There were a few more goals in the second half coming up as well, as we hit Bayern on the counter-attack here. Von Moos we brought on after we changed a few tactics because of going down to 10 men. He knocks it across to Paqueta, who makes it 2-0. Now all we have to do is hang on. De Ligt gets the ball completely and gets a yellow card and concedes a penalty for it. If you're going to have refs in the game, make sure they work properly. But Jesus, what a penalty by Fernandez. We do manage to hold on, had one chance there with Bailey laid on, but we managed to get a 2-1 win away at Bayern. Big 3 points for the lads. We needed to win this one at home against Wolfsburg if we were to stay in the top 4 of the Bundesliga table. Cracking start, we concede 2 in the first 14 minutes and we, effectively go 2-0 down. And I don't know how Pacheco managed to save that shot from Fati, but Fati does create this own goal. Bullet header from the Wolfsburg defender. And then Bailey with some tricky feet, backstick up. Now we're back to square one. So 2-2 just before half time. We needed to get off to a good start in the second half, and it took us a bit of time, in fairness. Up with a chance that gets squandered, but thankfully Doku knocks it back into Paqueta, who makes it 3-2. He's been on fire again this season. And then to seal the win, Davies into the box, Mount headers it into the corner. We win 4-2 against Wolfsburg. Good comeback. One of our biggest games of the season, away against top of the league, RB Leipzig, and we even had to rotate the side because we had a huge game coming up next, which you'll see in a minute. But Willock hits the post. That was our first big chance. Zirkzee got it caught up in between his feet. Galashki made the save. And then some lovely work through the middle. Maya into Ansu Fati, who makes it 1-0 to Bayern 2. That is a crucial goal. In the second lot of 45 minutes, we brought on one of our youth academy players, Schmitz, and then 5 minutes into the second half, he actually ends up bagging a goal. Lovely finish on his weak foot into the bottom corner for 2-0, and then we seal the win with a third, ball across to Zirkzee, And yeah, 3-0 win, stunning performance from the lads, and we beat Leipzig. This is the big game that I was talking about a couple of moments ago. Marseille at the Velodrome in the second leg of the round of 16 in the Europa League. What a block by the defender there. Art probably should have finished it. We won the first leg 2-1 at home. We also simmed the round of 32 and we got through pretty comfortably. And we were having pretty much all the chances in this game. It was a very textbook performance, particularly since we were away from home. And then with 10 minutes on the clock, Lucas Paqueta glides through the defenders, back post, Doku, it's a tap in, it's 1-0, 3-1 on aggregate, we go through to the quarters. And in that quarterfinal, we had AC Milan, one of the giants of the Serie A, fallen over the last few years, but it wouldn't be a Robert Flob vid without one of these weird moments. Yeah, make of it what you want. But Xavier Schlager, I think that's his name, scores first for AC Milan. 18 minutes in, he gets the first goal. But then Vidra with an assist, Doku with a goal, 1-1. Doku's such a good winger still. He provides competition for Fati and Bailey. Speaking of Bailey, he gets it across to Doku, who unselfishly picks out Xerxes to make it 2-1 just before half time. So we did do well to turn it around. Milan had one shot in the second half, and then Christian Fruchtel belts this down the left-hand side. Leon Bailey takes it in his control, accelerates just about enough to dink it into the middle. Mount comes on and scores with his first touch. 3-1, and we won the second leg, so we go through to the semis for the second year in a row. And who was waiting for us in the semi-finals? It was Newcastle United, the bloody Magpies. We had a 1-0 advantage after the first leg at St James's Park. We were on fire in this second leg though, creating chances left, right and centre. Vidra with a shot there, and then minutes later, after being denied by the goalkeeper, Vidra does score. He rockets one into the top corner, giving us a 1-0 lead on the night. And after that, Maya just completely broke through the defence. He smashes it, Areola got a hand to it, but we're 2-0 up, 3-0 on aggregate. And then Vidra down the wing on the counter-attack to Batista Maya. He runs down the wing, he's got a few options in the middle, but he looks up, carries it a bit further, knocks it inside, Vidra with his second, and that's 3-0 in the first half. We then go and add a fourth on the night with Von Moose. Then look at this for a sexy passage of play. We win 5-0 in the semi-final second leg, 6-0 on aggregate against Newcastle, and we made it to the Europa League final. It's going to be the Galacticos, Real Madrid, who we take on in the 2023-2024 Europa League final. But our chance at winning silverware doesn't conclude there. With one game in our campaign remaining, this is the Bundesliga table. We are currently 2 points ahead of Dortmund and Leipzig, but because we have a significantly better goal difference than both of them, all we need is a point at home versus Schalke, and we need to win, simple as that, because if we win, we claim the Bundesliga title. There's the lineup. Now I'm going to take you through the match highlights. Simple, lads. Let's go get the win, and let's go and claim that Bundesliga title for the first time in our club's history. Our first chance fell to Jan Fiat Arp, who tries to dink the keeper, couldn't quite do it successfully. And I forgot we're actually coming up against Lars Lucas Meyer, our former captain. Arp gets our first goal with a pretty straightforward header, but how it got to him was pretty scabby. But do we care? No, we don't. On the half-hour mark, we make it 1-0. And then 5 minutes later, we nearly make it 2-0. Ansu Fati just drives in down the right-hand side, but Lars Lucas Meyer gets it away after the goalkeeper save. And that's pretty much it for the first half highlights. Nothing else really happened. Moving on into the second half. I brought on Doku at half-time. He makes an instant impact, plays it into Arp, who dinks it over the top for Leon Bailey, who volleys it with precision, power, and passion into that bottom right-hand corner. It's a full-blooded strike. What a goal. He has been a revelation for us, the Jamaican. And then a bit of El Capitano magic from Canadian Alphonso Davies. He strikes it into Mount, who puts it in the back of the net. 3-0. Late on in the second half, we did concede 2, but who cares? We got the 3 points, and you know what that means. We are the champions of the Bundesliga 2023-2024. I'll let you enjoy the title celebrations. Get in there. And now it is time. Real Madrid in the Europa League final. This is our chance to win our first European trophy. Let's get stuck in. Come on, lads, we can take down Real Madrid easy. They're bang average, right? No, Real Madrid are one of the best teams in FIFA, there's no doubt about it, and one of the best teams in the world in real life as well. Anyway, getting into the game highlights. The first big chance, 23 minutes in, Ansu Fati lays it back to Mr. Mason Mount, who cracks it in off the post and into the back of the net. The Englishman gives us a 1-0 lead pretty early on, and we got that vital first goal. Then Vinicius, who was a nightmare, sets up the shot from Hazard, but Christian Fruitful saved it. And then Christian saves another one of Hazard's shots, but then he just gives it straight to Casemiro on the brink of half-time. And it's 1-1, just like that. It's a disgraceful goal to concede, but let's forget about it and go win this game in the second half. And for that to happen, we need to get some goals on the board. So I brought on Jeremy Doku in hope of just getting some pace down that right-hand side because Fati was a bit tired. Leon Bailey came close with the outside of the foot shot from outside the box there in the 69th minute, but that doesn't matter because in added time, Joe Willock in behind. It's a wet shot. He couldn't win us the Europa League in the dying minutes. That would have been fantastic. So it went to extra time and pretty much nothing happened the entire half an hour. So we went into a penalty shootout, 1-1 at full time. We had to win the Europa League, guys. It was just a must. Mate Vidra stepped up first in the penalty shootout, and obviously Courtois saved it. Luka Jovic steps up. Fruitful does exactly what Courtois did, but he just decided to let it in. What a nice fella, eh? Bailey scores his, thankfully, and we were still in it, obviously. It's early days. And this just goes to show, like, they're so much more composed than us. You know, we've never really been in a situation like this, especially since we've got such a young squad. And El Capitano misses his penalty. And then we're in big trouble if we concede here, which we do. Again, the composure, it's pretty insane. And now Arp has to score to keep us in it, and he does. It's just nice and quick, get it out of the way sort of thing. And Fruitful has to save it. We've got so much pressure on individual players' shoulders. Terrible penalty from Christian Eriksen, thankfully. And the tables are slightly turning. Joe Willock really needs to score, and he does, thankfully. And then yet again, Christian Fruitful has to save it to keep us in it. We have so many decisive penalties to face, and thankfully Casemiro skies it. That was an absolute shocker. Doku, all he has to do is score, and we're in the lead for the first time this shootout. And well done, Jeza Doku, right in the top right corner. And now it's up to Christian Fruitful, and he saves it. Asensio misses, and we win the Europa League, beating Real Madrid in the final. After coming back from, 3-1 down on penos? A valiant effort from the lads. And for the second time in this episode, you guys can just enjoy our team lifting another trophy.
Is it you? Is it me? Too comfortable. Too comfortable. Is it you? Is it me? Too comfortable. Too comfortable. Is it you? Is it me?
So yeah, we win the Bundesliga and the Europa League. Oh, what's that? Oh, get out. Munir beat up to the Bundesliga Golden Boot by 1 goal. This year, your top goal scorer, of course, was Jan Fiat Arp. I think he's won it every year we've played. 25 for him, 21 goals, 13 assists for Mount, 17 and 15 for Bailey. What a first year he's had for us. Paqueta with 11 goals, 14 assists. Alphonso Davies still putting in a shift from left back. Sorry lads, Mason Mount's got to be my player of the season for sure. But nah, thanks for watching guys. I hope you like the teeny bit more of editing I've put into this video. It's taken a while to make, as they all do, but I got an upgrade on my editing software at long last, so yeah, that's really good. Also, 60 subs. By the time I finish recording this video, which is right now, this is the last bit I need to do, we've hit 60 subs, which is really cool. Thank you very much for that. I'm just going to enjoy that moment. And this year has been very successful for FC Bayern too, although we didn't get out of the Champions League group. We'll have to see what happens next season, but we're going to have a nice amount in the budget, and I've got a bit of a surprise for you guys at the start of next episode. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you later.